Oh, it's absolutely fabulous. It keeps me young. Tremendous amount of energy goes into every day, and so consequently I go home quite exhausted.
Mike Dressel's been studying Mandarin Chinese for more than 35 years. At one point, his career vision was to teach at the university level. But today, Dressel says he experiences a special satisfaction, even amazement, teaching Chinese to these 6-year-olds.
It is a very different language, but at their age, they're able to absorb so much. The brain is ready to learn a language, 2 languages, 3 languages, and we see quite a significant amount of growth within them in the 10 months that we have them.
Welcome to Reading School of the Arts, where about 260 kids are absorbing a second language starting in kindergarten. Launched in 2007, this elective program teaches 50% of the daily curriculum in English and 50% in Mandarin.
I think that's very special, especially in this far northern California, to offer that as an opportunity.
Yeah! Margaret Johnson, director of this charter school, says it was the Reading community that selected Mandarin over more traditional second languages like Spanish or French, in part because of the growing Asian population in this region and the fact that America needs more Chinese language speakers to do business in the world's fastest growing consumer market.
They learn both the academic and the cultural language. We believe by doing that, their language is broader. It's just not conversational Chinese that way. If they are looking to go into the business world in the future or the science world in the future, having that background of basic science and math will help them later on when they're building their own language.
And that's what makes this program different from traditional language classes. From kindergarten through 5th grade, students are immersed in Chinese culture, from arts and crafts to traditions and poetry. Teacher Kathy Song says by the time students are in her 5th grade class, they're already thinking, listening, and reasoning in their new language.
For our program, we believe that language is a tool. That's not supposed to be the target. It's the tool that you learn knowledge.
We do speak Chinese at my house. Either online homework or we're writing out the characters and solving Chinese problems. It's pretty cool. If you start young, then it's kind of just a piece of you and you grow up with it.
Parents of students at the Reading School of the Arts are asked to keep their kids in the immersion program through 5th grade. Students can continue studying Mandarin through 8th grade as an elective course of study. Some are already dreaming of visiting the world's most populous nation.
I might use it to go to China someday, maybe. It's a really big part of the world. It has a lot of people, so that would be helpful to be able to speak to them because probably a lot of them couldn't speak English.
When I grow up, I want to do something in the medical field, and anything medical is pretty bilingual, and so it will be nice in the business field or the medical field to be able to speak another language, especially something so big like Mandarin.
They're tired at the end of the day from using 2 languages, but they seem to have a really good time. I think the children see some real value in it, and I think they have a lot of fun and feel special that they're in that program.
Across California, there are more than 400 so-called biliteracy programs, where students are taught to speak, read, and write in 2 languages. Each is required to follow California curriculum frameworks and meet or exceed state and local content standards. Studies show that dual immersion students often develop better thinking, problem solving, and even English language skills when compared to others outside such programs. Teachers here say they see it firsthand.
It exposes them to another language and another way of thinking, brings in culture, marvelous elements of culture that they experience in this setting, and also it helps to expand their brain. We hear this from research that it helps them to develop cognitive levels that otherwise they may not achieve.
It makes it so you can go on to other languages too, not just a second language.
Just the brain power that comes from knowing 2 languages and the ability to think and reason in more than one language gives you a lot of problem-solving skills and more than one way to express an opinion that you wouldn't otherwise get if you weren't bilingual. And so I'm glad, especially California, that's got so many different languages in the school system. This is really a great opportunity.
California began offering a state seal of biliteracy in 2012. This golden seal appears on the high school diploma of students who have attained a high level of proficiency in English and another language. More than 40,000 graduating seniors in California in 2016 earned a seal for their ability to speak, read, and write in 2 languages.